Good afternoon. It's time again for the Polk County Fire Rescue video update briefing. This is November 9th, 2017. First, a couple of scheduled events that we have on the calendar. We always have the command staff meeting Wednesday mornings at 8:45 at the Bryce Annex. And also I want to remind everybody about the Christmas party on December 12th. Great event each year, and it's the venue at Lake Eva Park is truly a great place. So plan on being there if at all possible. Got some very important things we need to talk about. First one, open enrollment ends Friday, November 10th. If you're watching this when I put it out, that means tomorrow. So for those of you who have not gone on there and checked all the blocks that you're supposed to check and everything, remember it's pretty detrimental to you if you don't check the right blocks and do that and go through all your selections and everything. So please go on Oracle self-serve into the benefits section and complete the open enrollment process. I want to remind everybody also that the Design Lab website's open for uniforms. So those of you who need uniform items, there they are, and it's the new year. Telestaff have a couple outbound issues that we've noticed. Now we're going to go through not an upgrade, but some patches that are going to be applied. But until then, we had a couple folks notice that sometimes when Telestaff calls you, it asks for either your login or your PIN. Sometimes it asks first for your PIN number that it already knows you, or sometimes it says put your login in. If you put the wrong one in, it's going to lock up, they say. So make sure you listen for what it's asking for first, either your login, which is your ID number, or the PIN, which is your secret number. So do that, listen, and enter the appropriate response. Also, we're doing a parallel testing with Telestaff going into Oracle for pay purposes directly in there, as opposed to going through the payroll ladies here at the office. So I bring this up because the employees are the best way to make sure that the Telestaff is accurate. Please look back if you worked overtime yesterday or you held over this morning or whatever time, that your time's entered appropriately by the supervisor. Make sure it's entered timely and appropriately, because in the future, in the very near future, this is what you're going to be paid. Whatever Telestaff says, there's not going to be anybody else to double check, triple check. It's going straight from Telestaff through some checks and balances in the system, but that's going to be based upon whatever your supervisor says is there. So we want to make sure that that's accurate. And again, the employees know when they work. Just make sure that your supervisor or the person in charge of putting your payroll in, make sure they have the right information in Telestaff. Also got quite a list of stuff going on in training currently. First, our new paramedics are wrapping up the classroom and they're moving to the field training on Monday. Been great, a lot of smiles in there. They're doing a real good job. They move out into the field beginning Monday. We have a new hire group starting then also. And it'll be they'll begin Monday also for EMT and suppression training. ACLS is continuing through Christmas, and there's going to be a big push to complete CPR training for the BLS providers right after Christmas. So for those of y'all who haven't got the CPR, that's going to be a big push to get that put up. And for the last thing in training, the new protocols are in the process, and they're going to be implemented in a January time frame. So they're going through that. They'll send them out for review shortly after they get them all done and people look at them. So we want to make sure that we stay on track with that. But the new protocol changes or additions and deletions are going to be set to go in implementation in January. Some updates that we have. First, flu vaccine. Of course, I told you about before that Chief Trevino acquired permission in the vaccines, and the training staff's out there administering this stuff on duty. The shots are not mandatory, but you got to fill out a form to get them and everything. And I just checked in the supply, and we have 39 doses remaining. So please let somebody know if you you got missed some way. Let somebody know, and we'll see that we can get them out there to you. 39 doses of the flu vaccine are remaining. Well, that's it for this time. Again, if you have any further questions about some items, or you need more clarification, or you want to submit something to be discussed that I can look at or get you an answer on, it's Rick Parnell at polk-county.net. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.